Well, good morning, everyone. How the heck y'all doing today? This is like my second or third time out here checking on these girls this morning. And, yeah, nobody's doing nothing. But we did kick little baby out yesterday. She's right there. And I guarantee you, Mom is not going to be very far away from her. And that one is a noisemaker. She does, you touch her and she'll, blah, she just goes crazy. She got tagged with a little pink number 1. There's one cow in here, one of the new ones that we're kind of watching. I actually had her in the barn for a couple of days. She's over there. And she did nothing. She was acting really silly, but I guess she had a fart stuck sideways. Anyway, I gotta get the salt block back into the red tub and fill the tub with mineral. And all our heifers that are due to calve are in here now. So like, I believe this one with her butt to us right here, that's one of our heifers. That white face looking one, she's actually a brockle. That's a heifer. The one behind her is a heifer, so on and so forth. The one right there with her head looking at us, just sticking her head in the feeder, that's mom to baby. But yeah, our heifers are all in here, and a bunch of the cows that were in there, we pulled them out and we put them in corral 2 down there. And we're looking at moving them from corral 2 into this area out here, and then just having them walk to the front of the barn here for water. Either that or these heifers are gonna go in there, one or the other. But everybody's outside. There's nobody in the barn right now, and it's cold. Like, if we're gonna start calving, this will be the week to start, because it's cold this week. Minus 26 here with the wind chill this morning. Compared to yesterday, this is fucking cold. So, better hook this just in case Tucker plays with the gate. Anyway, what am I off to doing? We gotta do some cow feeding out in the bush, and it's getting really close to that time of year where they need to come home too. So sometime, if not today, sometime this week, they're gonna be coming home. So yeah, getting close for everything to have to come home, and those guys need a bail. Friggin' hay burners. Anyway, I will let you guys go, and we will bring you all back a little bit later. Once I figure out what the hell's gonna happen here after we're done feeding cows. See you then. Okay guys, so I brought the cows out in the bush out there, 1 bucket load so far, and that's all they're getting today, because they got a lot of feed laying around out there. I brought 1 bunk back to our calving grounds area, and it's straight ahead right there. And there's still 3 to come home yet. What are we doing right now? Well, if you can make it out, looks like there's a little bit of a red tub, mineral tub, in the bucket of the tractor. Well, that's not a well, it's an old mineral tub. There, you can see it a little better now. Anyway, that was from when we were killing deer, and when we butchered deer, and when we butchered the hog the other day. All of the guts went inside these tubs. So it's kind of froze in there, obviously. It's been, like I said earlier, like minus 25 this morning with the wind chill, and there's next to no wind. So I'm taking this out, and I'll put it out in the bush for the coyotes to clean the tub out. and then we'll bring the tub home later on in the spring after everything's thawed out and we can empty it out really good. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now, another thing a few people have asked, how's CP with her glaucomas? The CP does not have glaucoma. If I did not specify it before, I'm letting you all know now, CP is fine. She does not have glaucoma. That's what the doctor's appointment was all about. So, yay, right? And a little bit later on today, if I remember, there's been a few comments from new people, new subscribers, asking about Mocha Dog, why she limps or why she's missing a foot. So I'll relay that story again here to the newcomers a little bit later on today if I can remember. She's not with me right now, so I'm not going to relay the story right now. Anyways, I'm going to take this out and we'll talk to you all later. Alrighty guys, so some of you might remember this bunk from last year. Some of you might not. But I built this thing a number of years back, and it's basically about 6-7 feet tall to the very 7 feet to the very top, and I had plywood on the upper half. And you can see right there, like right here, and then there was another rail went across all the way down, closed the whole top end in, and we had plywood bolted in on the sides up here, and their heads stuck through here, and we could fill it up really fucking full. It worked actually pretty good, but our steel all broke out around the welds. The welds didn't break. The welds are there, but the steel ripped out along the edge of the weld. So yeah, that's not very good. So now what the plan is, I have to have a neck rail on this bunk. You can't go without it because it's too wide and the cows will jump in it. We could try without a neck rail, but I don't think it's going to work too good. The cattle will jump inside. So the plan is to basically reuse a bunch of the steel that I have here as a neck rail. That's my plan, which this could be interesting trying to get set up. I'm just thinking as I'm talking to you guys here, and yeah, not sure how I'm going to make this fly. When I built this, it was all done in pieces on the floor, and then we stood the pieces up, put a couple of cross members in. It wasn't that big a deal. But now these pieces are going to be friggin' heavy for one guy, and my main helper is not around. Tristan's at work. So anyway, I'm going to get to her. I got to do some hacking. Cut that one side off. That corner over there is still standing, and it has to come out. And I'm going to cut a bunch of these rails right here off of these uprights, I'm thinking. And then somehow try and get these uprights in position, because I'll never be able to get them in position, hold them there, tack weld some supports to hold them while I weld everything in solid again. Anyways, I'll let you guys go. We'll bring you all back a little bit later. It's almost easier to pull these things than it is to push them. But we got a railing on there. So basically the old railing is back on. Fucking deer. Anyway, oh look, another one. And there's a whole whack of them out there. Way out there, there's a whole bunch. But anyways, like I was saying, the old railing went back on. This side here, that one was bent really bad. So we kind of sort of got it a little bit straighter than it was, but not a lot. But the other four corners are all in place, and we put little gussets in there. The little angle irons that were on it from before are still on it, basically. But what I did do differently was, like I said before, the little gussets in the corners. See there? The middle's got one. All the way around. All 6 points are gusseted. So that'll really help. Now we gotta flip it and get all the snow the hell out of it, because it's god darn heavy from all the snow that's in it. And she should be ready for action, unless I take it in the shop and cut all those little angle irons off. That's the only thing really that's left to be done to it. The floor is all good from what I can see at this point. There, give it a couple of bangs. Anyway, looks like all the snow is out of it now. So now we'll just flip her over again and she's ready for action. Alrighty, another job done. Talk to you guys later.
Okay, what's your smart ass comment?
I ain't got one.
Well, I'm not barefoot and I'm not pregnant.
Thank friggin' Christ for that. If you were pregnant, you'd have some major explaining to do. That ought to keep us warm for a couple of days. That's all we cut today, was just that little bit. That little bit, that little bit. But there's a few armfuls of wood right there, so that ought to keep us warm for a few days. At least through this cold snap. So now all I gotta do is get a fire going already. When it was super warm there, it's hard to monitor the heat in the house when you got a wood burner like that going. And it gets so bloody hot in the house, like 76 friggin' degrees, so we weren't burning wood, we weren't worried about it, but now it's cooled off quite a bit, and it'd be nice to burn wood at least through the night. Word. Okay, catch you guys all later.
Are you gonna do it again? Huh?
Time to turn the big fan on.
You're lucky it's fucking cold.
On this particular unit, it's got a variable speed fan. So you could slow it right down.
The fan blows the air, draws from the down below, pulls it up, and blows it out through here. Right up on top, shoots her out. But we'll crank her up. There. Nice flame. Give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get her done.